feeding animals to prisoners.
Hello guys, it's Andy here again. I'm glad you came back. And, well, I have two questions, and it's from me to you, or whoever wants to answer. Because, you know, one thing about it is, I'm only going to talk about stuff that I have that can grab some, I'm only going to talk about things that I know about or I'm familiar with. But if I'm not educated on something, I'm not going to speak about it. That's why I'm coming to ask you guys this question, because I genuinely don't know, and I want to know. And I don't always want to be the teacher. Like, I'm okay being the student. I'm a learner, so just because, you know, this is my channel and I post videos and I give advice, keep in mind, I'm only giving advice on things that I feel like I have knowledge of. So, or to some degree I have knowledge of, because I don't know everything, and I don't think anybody knows everything. And if that's your intention in life, to know everything, then you're just going to fail, because you're never going to know everything. But you can know enough. But I'm here because I want to be a learner. I want to be the student. I want you guys to help me this time, as opposed to me coming to you. And I have two questions. And I was really thinking about it, and it's hard for me to know what would be the best solution or outcome, or how this can be handled or whatever. I'll just ask you guys. Okay, so I just want to know, what do you guys think about the system feeding animals to prisoners? And the reason I ask that question is because it's just mind-blowing to me that someone who committed a crime, someone who committed a felony, is deserving to eat the products of animals. And even if you don't have like an ethical stance on this issue, even though if it doesn't affect you morally or ethically what the animals go through, nobody can tell me that prisoners deserve, because think about it, in order to raise these animals, you have to take up the planet's resources. You have to scoop out some of the planet resource, well, a big chunk of that. Because in order to produce 1 pound of meat, that requires at least 6 months worth of showering water. That requires huge land of space that can, better yet, feed, a small village or whatever. So you have all this land, and for what? To feed it, to use it to raise animals and to feed it back to prisoners? And so for me, it's kind of like a touchy subject, because I think we all know someone in prison, or someone going through the prison experience or whatever. I mean, 9 times out of 10, they did it to themselves. I feel like it doesn't get talked about enough. I feel like we don't really hear about it enough. But just to think about it, and even to say it out loud, it just sounds crazy. Like, I don't understand. Why should someone who committed a crime, why should someone who broke the law deserve to be fed a meal of kings and queens? Because the standard American diet, the low carb, the paleo diet, the primal diet, the caveman diet, the sad diet, there's a lot of different synonyms for that one. But this is a rich diet, and people, the only reason why it seems like it's not a rich diet is because they subsidize the hell out of these products. And who subsidize it? The government. They put in shitloads of money in order to make animal products cheap. But the truth is, what they don't want you to know is animal products, in reality, the true cost is, it's rich, it's expensive. And so had the government not interfered in, put a huge chunk of money into subsidizing these products, they would be expensive products. And the reason why they're expensive is because this planet is extremely valuable, and to scoop out the planet's resources in order to raise animals, in order to feed them back to prisoners, it's just mind-blowing to me, and I just want to know what your opinion is, because I feel like I have mine, but I feel like since it's not talked about enough, I'm a little bit iffy about expressing myself fully. But that's my first question. I know, long, lots of yapping away. But my second question is, I want to know, what do you guys think is worse? Feeding animals back to undeserving prisoners, or feeding animals back to innocent school children? So, which one is worse? Honestly, I'm not looking for a debate, but because obviously they're both bad, and I don't think two wrongs make a right, but I just want to know, what do you think is worse, and what's your opinion on it? And so, yeah, that's it. I'm out. I'm the student. I want you guys to teach me, tell me something that I don't know. And so, yeah, I'll see you later.